I have a huge amount of respect for George Lucas. I mean, after all, he gave us such amazing things as Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and things like that. And he really is, one of the greatest, um, one of the greatest in his era. And he's created some amazing characters and amazing worlds and things like this. And my childhood, a lot of my childhood is revolves around George Lucas and what he created. But a recent interview that he did regarding Disney and regarding Bob Iger suggests to me, and this is just my personal opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, what you think about it. Suggests to me that maybe he's been rolled out to make this statement by Bob Iger or by Disney, in the same way as some of the Disney family have done the same thing. They've come out in support of Bob Iger. They've come out in support of the board. To try and derail these takeover talks that people are, spreading around, and that various people want to get seats on the board and stuff like this. And it looks now as though George Lucas has been rolled out to do the same thing. Let's take a look at the article and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is what I mean. It's in Variety. It says George Lucas backs Disney board and CEO Bob Iger amid proxy fight. Creating magic is not for amateurs. Now he's come out and he's basically defended the situation regarding Bob Iger and the real kind of, I would say, dismantling of Disney's IPs. He said, creating magic is not for amateurs. When I sold Lucasfilm just over a decade ago, I was delighted to become a Disney shareholder because of my long-time admiration for its iconic brand and Bob Iger's leadership. He goes on to say, when Bob recently returned to the company during a difficult time, I was relieved. No one knows Disney better. I remain a significant shareholder because I have full faith and confidence in the power of Disney and Bob's track record of driving long-term value. I have voted all of my shares for Disney's 12 directors and I urge other shareholders to do the same. Yeah, to me, this just seems a bit like, Bob Iger or whoever it is at Disney's come to George Lucas and said, look, we need to stop this. We need to, settle the ship. We need to, good direction. I want you to come and make a statement. I want you to back the board. I want you to back Disney. That just seems to me what this is all about. This is just a PR stunt to get people to back away and to look at things, from a different perspective. I mean, I have a lot of respect for George Lucas, as I said, but I just feel in this situation, he's probably being told what to say more than actually saying what he thinks. Because, of course, it says Iger acquired Lucasfilm in 2012 for $4 billion under a deal which Lucas received 37.1 million Disney shares. Lucas, who had founded the company in 1971, has an estimated net worth of $7.9 billion per Bloomberg Billionaires Index. He is Disney's largest individual shareholder, according to sources familiar with the company. So he's got a huge investment in the company, and I'm sure he wants it to go the right way. I'm sure he wants Disney to succeed. I just don't think it is succeeding at the way it is, and I think that surely he can't be happy with the way that Disney have dealt with Star Wars, the way they've dealt with Indiana Jones. I mean, surely he can't be happy with the way that they've dealt with that. I really can't understand why he would be prepared to do this unless there's some reason behind the scenes as to why he's been rolled out to give this statement. It really is a very difficult situation to understand. I hope that this is, I hope that eventually it comes out that he was actually told to do this, and this isn't genuinely what he thinks. He says creating magic is not for amateurs. It may be a reference to Disney's point that Peltz has admitted that he has no media experience. The filmmaker's statement comes as Disney has won other supporters on the board fight. Monday, independent proxy voting advisor firm Glass Lewis issued a report recommending Disney shareholders vote for the Disney's 12 director nominees. Last month, grandchildren of Walt Disney and his brother Roy O. Disney issued open letters criticising the activists' investors' campaigns, threatening to shake up the Disney board, and threw their support behind Iger and the current board. Disney has previously said it opposes the candidates nominated by Tryon and Blackwells as lacking the appropriate range of talent, skill, perspective and or expertise, and urged shareholders to vote for its own 12 nominees. I understand that you want the best people in the job, and I completely understand that you need to have good people doing the work at Disney, but I just don't think that's not been a strength of Disney lately. They haven't employed the right people to do the job. You know, they've employed people who have had very, you know, almost no experience in filmmaking, some of them, you know, and very limited experience. You know, not the sort of people you want to give, you know, billion-dollar franchises to, and, you know, and huge characters to. You give them these characters and then they just destroy them because they don't know what they're doing. And I think that, you know, yes, this may not be the ideal way to solve the problem, but it might be a way to get back on track, and for, you know, for Peltz to bring in the right people. You know, he may not be able to do it himself, but he may be able to bring in the right people to do it for him. That's what I think anyway. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section about this, and what you think about George Lucas's statement. And don't forget to subscribe if you like this content and you want to carry on seeing more.